on, y'all. Let me check something because it must be an update or something like that that's on YouTube. I was trying to fix this before I went on live, where that I can't change my screen to landscape. So let me see how this looks because um I guess I'm gonna have to just do it like this. I don't know what's going on with the screen, but I already done went live, so they took one of the features off up under settings where you can up under YouTube put it on landscape or vertical. It's not there today. It was there last night, right? But it's gone now. And for the people who say, well, change it up under your phone settings, I do both. I change it to landscape on my phone first before I even start. And then as I'm creating the title and taking a picture of the thumbnail, I've been doing this for 6 years. I know how to operate my phone and put it on the landscape setting before I even start the YouTube channel, the read for today. And it disappeared since last night. So I'm gonna go on and see after we get off if it needs something up like an update on this phone regarding settings or if there's an update for YouTube. Because it didn't used to be there years ago. And then starting, I think last year, they had that up under settings when you're creating the title and put in the date and all that stuff so you can go live or upload a video. They had vertical or landscape. It's gone. It's not there. So I see it on my TV. Okay. I'll show you here. See how I'm casting to my TV so I can see how it looks to you all. But we're just gonna have to rock with this today. So sorry, I don't know what's going on. So y'all can be able to see uh all of the cards here. I don't know what's going on. But hey everybody, today is June 29th, 2024. I hope everybody is well. Welcome to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is gonna be your reading. Um excuse me, and today's title is Saturn Goes Retrograde. For the people who do not know, I do Jasti or Vedic Sidereal. I no longer, I finna say, believe in Western astronomy or astrology. That's my own opinion. Um, I go by houses and charts and placements, okay? Which you have your own personal chart, which is your journey. And then you also have a birth certificate. I just don't go by birth certificate anymore. I go by the houses in my chart, etc. Okay? But so that also means how I name cards and things like that will be different than what you're used to. And also how I name zodiac signs. So as you can see, I pulled from the deck Saturn, because that's where we're going to be talking about. I also pulled Saturn Return. I used this card last night in the video, and I choose our money. Okay, now in this portion here, I pulled a couple of more cards that we're just gonna go through and clarify because I already did like a Saturn begins to go retrograde video in my playlist. It's gonna be up under the live section because I only go live mostly. It's going to be called Unfinished Business. So some of you may want to go take a look at that. So I pull Capricorn, which is going to be 10th house. I pull for the word message to see what type of message we're going to have. I pull Virgo of 6th house. Virgo 6th house is one of our work sectors. Okay, so health, job, things like that. Okay. I pull for the this card for the word of direction to see what we get as a clarification of what direction we should be going. And I pull again Virgo, sixth house of what we would need to analyze. I pull the word for clarity here. Second house of Taurus is also another money house. And that is where Jupiter is right now. Again, Vedic Sidereal. And I pulled this card for the word guidance. Okay. Hey, Reese, how you doing? So, like I said, I already did the video of unfinished business. I probably will continue to do more Saturn go retrograde videos, because this is going to be from June the 30th through November the 4th. So it's going to be 5 months. So this one reading is not going to be enough for 5 months of the big dog of Saturn going retrograde. Now, Saturn is also what we call Kala. Kala means time, or regarding time. Saturn is an energy of discipline. Let's just go ahead and start breaking it down like that. Saturn is about discipline. It's about responsibilities. It's about governing your time. Okay, governing your time for the best efficiency that you can get the most out of time. We all know that time don't really exist, but we have to abide by it. We have to go with it. We have to exist about it in this realm, in this reality. Okay, because we are human beings, but we're really spiritual beings living a human experience. And so, as this human experience that we're having or having to go through as on our journey, um, to be honest, it's all about time. Okay, so if you hear a lot of noise in the background, this is another reason why I was kind of waiting. Um, I stay across the street, or almost, you know, not too far down the street from Mercedes Benz. And so the soccer game is going on, Toronto versus Atlanta, um, the soccer game. So it's going to be a lot of cars you may hear in the background. You also may hear the cheering coming from the stadium. So I was trying to wait till some of the noise die down because I'm so close that it picks up inside of my bedroom. Okay. So, um, I know what cards I need to pull. I need to pull these out. Thank y'all so much for always tuning in to my videos. I really appreciate and love all of you. Even if you're not here, to be positive, maybe you are a criticizer. I even welcome you. Okay. Okay. Um, and y'all, some of y'all can just be honest. Time has been flying by. I could be sitting here doing something and it was 3:30. Next time I look up or so happen to glance at the clock, it's going on 8 o'clock. And I'm like, it's 8 o'clock at night already? It was just three something. I don't know if that's because of the paradigm or the shift or vibration or frequency that I am on. You said yes, it has to you too? Okay. Because unless I talk to y'all, I can't really get, other people's opinion to what's going on. So, um, time has just been, even though it don't exist, it's flying by like it don't exist. So, like I said, in your journey right now with Saturn going retrograde, it will bring things back up to the surface for you to have to reevaluate and for you to have to finally conclude. Now, that can be anything and will be different for everybody, such as paperwork, documents, situations, exes, relationships, dramas, okay, um, reconciliations, previous things that maybe you were thinking about. but you didn't want to make a decision about it at the time. And this can be from days, weeks, months to years ago. Saturn is bringing it back up. Okay. Now, another part of that, it can be for you to finally make a conclusion, do something about it, resolve it, um, come to a understanding about it, and to finally be through with it. So it can close out that cycle in your life. You understand? Because Saturn, like again, it's like the world card. The world card represents a 10-year cycle. Um, you can think back 10 years ago, something that maybe you were going through, associated with, whether it was issues with your family, whether things or something like in your family did not get resolved. Maybe you had, something in the family like an inheritance or something like that that was due to you, but it was never given to you. Some of you, I don't know why I'm talking about that. So some of you may need to do some research and find out if there's any monies that is due to you. You get what I'm saying? So the reading will pick up on different things for different people. This is a collective, it's not a personal. So it will resonate only with you if it's for you. Okay. All right. We're going to clarify with these and also with the tarot. Now, I do want to say in Vedic Sidereal that Saturn right now is in Aquarius, but it's about to go retrograde, right? But when it goes back direct and goes back to Aquarius and then finally leaves Aquarius, it won't actually go back to Aquarius again until 50 years. This is why concluding this cycle, whether it's about you, feelings and emotions that you finally need to heal and get rid of and let it dissipate so you can move on with your journey more in a healthier sense. Whatever it may be, it's time to close it up. It's time to close it out. Now, all of our sense of responsibilities have increased. That's one thing about as this collective reading, I can tell you. Um, we all have had an increase in the responsibility. Saturn has been applying the pressure. Now, I don't necessarily know or have been um, guided to understand with clarity and to gain it as wisdom yet. If the sense of responsibility will decrease because Saturn going retrograde, okay? Anytime something goes retrograde, it kind of gives us a break. But that also can depend on how Saturn is placed in your individual chart. Okay? If Saturn is going to be retrograde in one of the houses that is going to be like a difficult house, like 12th or 8th, then that situation won't slack up for you. It will increase. Because maybe while Saturn was in Aquarius for the past year, since last year, um, things has been a little bit easy in that particular house or zodiac sign according to your personal chart. But when it goes retrograde, that changes, and vice versa for somebody else. Now, I am Saturn ruled. I am Saturn ruled. So since a child, I have been, I hate to say it, accustomed to a lot of different responsibilities that was not necessarily mine to be responsible for. But because of my sun sign and also an ascendant and or a rising, I've been accustomed to that type of pressure of responsibility and extra responsibility, having things always hard or harder for me to have to achieve it because that is what Saturn is. Saturn will make the best and the most out of you. Okay. Um, and let me just go ahead and pull the Saturn card here so I can show you. Y'all know I haven't used these cards in a minute. These my babies right here. Let me find the Saturn card so I can show you. And we're gonna start clarifying. I heard somebody say, "Won't you start clarifying?" I heard you. I'm very telepathic. I don't ramble. Anything that I say is pertaining to and for. If not, I wouldn't get on here and waste my time and energy. Okay. I'm here to help you to learn and give you information that will help you with your own wisdom, clarity, and insight so you can make some better and more informed decisions while you're on your path and journey. Okay? I'm not here to hurt you. Okay. Saturn. You see how it says accomplishments, completion of a cycle, duty, responsibility, governing, time and matter, structure, achievement, commitments, boundaries, integration, and restriction. All of that right there is what I'm used to as being Saturn ruled. Now, somebody can concur if they also are Saturn ruled, okay? And probably as a moon or either a rising or ascendant. Um, Commitments are very hard. I don't have no problem with boundaries, but sometimes I have a lot of problem with not putting or keeping boundaries. Okay. And so the lesson that I learned from Saturn is because I did not keep those boundaries up and strong. You get me? So when I get what I get from not doing that, that is the lesson coming from Saturn. Saturn is all about lessons. Um, Achievements, structure, governing time and matter. I'm very good when it comes to governing my time um, and different matters in my life. As being Saturn ruled, and I'm just using me as an example, so you can use that to amplify different things according to you and your life and yourself on what could be standing out to you dealing about Saturn. Okay. um, Duties, like I talked about before, responsibilities, completion of cycles. I understand by being Saturn ruled about cycles that I don't complete, hmm which can also be another word like how would you say prastica pras you know how you delay stuff, procrastination. I learn lessons from when I do procrastinate. But at the same time, I'm a type of person where I like to do stuff ahead of time. This is where it comes into governing time and matter. Okay. I'm a type of person, I do stuff ahead of time. So I don't have to, I'm not a type of person that like to do things at the last minute. I don't. Saturn has taught me that. It's built in me to do things ahead of time because of the way I think. That comes from the of me wanting to accomplish, okay, me wanting to have that sense of achievement to be able to complete a cycle. Now, sometimes, yes, I do procrastinate, but I can have that sense of procrastination because I already did it or started it way ahead of time. So then it gives me time to have a break and then come back to it so that I can close up or close out that cycle, if you understand. Okay. So, in other words, this is what is going to be coming back up to the surface for a lot of us is to complete some things. Okay. So we're going to put that right there. We're going to leave Saturn right there for now. We do have some other planets that is going to be on the move. We got Mercury going retrograde very soon. That will be in August. Um We got the new moon that will be in Gemini July the 5th. So that's coming up next week. We got Venus that would be moving into Cancer the day after, July the 6th through July the 31st. And it will be moving from Cancer. And then July the 31st, it will move to Leo. Okay. Jupiter is still in Taurus, like I said. We got the sun that will be moving to Cancer July the 15th. Again, I do Vedic sidereal, not Western. So y'all would say we're already in Cancer season. But Vedic, we're still in Gemini. Okay. Mercury goes to Leo July the 19th. Mars moves to Taurus. It's in Aries right now. That's July the 12th. And then it will move into the same house as Jupiter. So that's going to be a weird combination with Mars and Jupiter in the same house of Taurus. And then July the 21st, we got a full moon in Capricorn, which is again reference back to Saturn. And then we got Venus, like I said, moves to Leo July the 31st. Those going to be all of the upcoming. Oh, thank you, Reese, because I wasn't even paying no attention to that. Thank you. So, those are going to be some of the upcoming videos, right? So let's just see what comes out. So we got the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands for me is going to be Sag energy. Okay. So I'm going to put Saturn here. And then we're going to clarify these, take those down, and start on the other little deck over here. And I'm so sorry, y'all, that this is had to be vertical. The sun. Okay. So some of you Geminis and or Cancers or Sagittarius, this can be very important to you. Because I see the Knight of Wands as Sagittarius energy for me. It may be differ for another reader. Um, the sun is also Leo. But the sun right now, like I said, is in Gemini, and then it will be soon moving to Cancer. So some of you can have the Gemini, Leo, Cancer, Sag, um, Capricorn, or Aquarius in your chart, or Moon, Rising, Ascendant. So what Saturn for some of you is going to be is things that you have been kind of delaying or stagnant about when it comes to finding your purpose. Okay. This this is going to be when the time goes retrograde, June the 30th through November the 4th, for you to get your vitality back, okay? Um and to take action. Now, that's going to be different for everybody. When I say take action, that can be finding or going after the truth. Whether it's about a situation, another person, you can be finding out the truth about another person, or it can be the truth within you. Okay? About you understanding what is your truth, what is your own purpose, um, getting back into your creativity, maybe a hobby and or a skill that some of you have been putting off. So maybe if you're wanting or starting or already are entrepreneurial, you need to get back into the lab. Okay, get back into the lab, get back designing, drawing, writing, painting, um, coming up with hairstyles, whatever it is for you, um, getting that back. Okay, getting back into also things that make you happy, understanding and finding out the purpose from within, that only you make you happy first before somebody else. This can be a uncovering um, of a information that comes to you, okay, where something will be illuminated and or revealed. but it's going to be regarding a truth. Now, I do see now that I need another type of clarifier. So, let me go ahead and use these. Because the more I clarify, the longer the reading be. But I'm going to try and go through it. Divine intervention, time for reflection, but in reverse. So, yes, like I said, something being revealed, something being illuminated or highlighted to you, the truth that Saturn retrograde starting out is going to be the things that you no longer are interested in. You need to be aware of it. Some of you may be in a sense of denial, whatever that is, or a person, a situation, stuck at a job, whatever it is. Okay, the truth will be illuminated to you, because divine intervention, it seems like, have already been done, but some of you have not um, gotten the memo. But I do see some of you have slowly been taking yourself away from it, or no longer interested in it, no longer wanting or craving or going after something. But this is also can be for some of you recognizing the truth that something or somebody else may not also desire you. And your happiness can be better somewhere else. Okay. So I will read the sun card, or I'll show it here so you can see it. So maybe some of these words will help to trigger you. Um, the self-realization, the willfulness, reason over instinct. Okay, stop censoring your inner child, the sun. So, truth is, some of you, a lot of you may need to do more things that are fun. Whether it's getting back, like I said, back into a skill or a hobby, going out, having fun, enjoying your life. It doesn't mean you have to do any daredevil type of activities or hobbies, but getting out also can be into nature, um, getting some use out of the sun. I'm not going to even go into that right now, but understanding your purpose. Okay. So, again, like I said, looking at the words of the Saturn: accomplishments, completion of a cycle, duty, responsibility, governing time and matter, structure, achievements, commitment, boundaries, integration, which means like coming together or blending together, and restriction. Something here in some of your lives that may hear this is restricting um, your time for reflection. Can also be like taking your light. Somebody can have you, because, okay. You see how this is the sun and this is the dark? Something here has been dimming your light. It can be a relationship. It can be you. It can be that right now it's time for you to gain or be more successful. But you're going to have to want to do that as a sense of achievement, right? As a sense of maybe you started it before and then you stopped. But this is the first one. We're going to leave it there. And then we're going to go to the next one. But I can keep going on and going on and going on. But we got a couple of cards we need to get through. So let's just keep going. If it resonates for you, you'll understand. The Two of Swords up under Saturn return. Okay. Making a decision. Now, this combination came out for the former president when I did the election reading and also the debate reading. Both are up under my channel, up under the live section. The key. So, the key is about solution, intelligence, genius, insight, clarity, being open, breakout, liberty, lock, unlock, or helpful. You're going to have to decide or understand what is the key, the insight to help you to break out of this stuck position. Can be mentally, okay? And with Saturn returning to a certain house or zodiac sign in your personal chart, this is what is about to happen. You're going to get the solution for you to take out off this blindfold, make a mental choice, because once you take off the blindfold, you will become more intelligent. Because the purpose of the person sitting here is to become more intelligent with wisdom and clarity. Clarity is the source. Source is communication and mental awareness. Okay? So, with Saturn returning to some of your particular house in your chart, you will get the information you need that's going to unlock or to finally choose something to lock it down. That will be different for everybody. Um, Also, some of you can be making a mental choice right now about helpfulness, whether you're the person to help somebody else or to allow somebody else to help you. Okay? But as you can see, the swords are crisscross, right? Across their chest, being more open. The key for some of you is to be open now, mentally, which also is to, nothing is covering her head that is like a helmet. It's just the hoodie from her outfit, right? Very open, still very light. So allowing downloads or clarification or wisdom and clarity to come in from Elohim or Source or God, however you want to say it, allowing that information to come in as insight to give you clarity, and that is going to be the key. Now, let me clarify this with one of these. Social media keeping tabs. It act like it wanted to come in reverse. So for some of you, making a mental choice. Maybe you want to start a social media. I can tell you recently I have been working with a lot of AI. I'll tell you in another video on what I was doing. I'm no longer there. Um, but recently working with AI, everything is about to become digital, whether also regarding our money. And this is why I have this here next. Regarding income, money, savings, checking, everything is about to become virtual. Social media will still continue to be an outlet, right? If some of you are wanting to start some type of social media as a passive income or your source of income, you're going to have to do some research, clarity, insight, wisdom, okay? For some of you, if you've been thinking about breaking out with a channel, starting a social media, or whatever the case may be, um, when it comes to computers or things like that, now is the time. Now is the time to get that up and out and start it. Don't wait till the last minute. Also, for social media here, somebody could be keeping a tab on you, such as, you know, I don't want to say stalking, but, you know, they could be trying to hide behind um, the internet or social media as a different alternative username, making up a fake page so that they can keep up with you, you know. Um, some of you may already feel and think this with your own intelligence. If you're already thinking it, it's so. Okay, you just don't have that epiphanies for nothing. We get epiphanies for a reason. That is our intuition. Okay, so, for somebody here with Saturn returning, they've been watching you on social media, keeping tabs on you, but now they're going to come forward. They're sitting here with the Two of Swords. trying to get more insight, okay, to finally break out of this position and to finally come to you. The next 5 months, Saturn is going to make this other person feel like it's unfinished business and that they need to come and try to close out this cycle for you. Not necessarily saying that you have to get back in a relationship with somebody, but it can be to be on better terms so you can have that sense of cleansing and healing and to be able to move on in your life. Because some of you may not understand, when you don't close out things with people, you suppress it. And then if something was to happen in a new relationship, those suppressed feelings and emotions and thoughts and feelings come rise up to the surface, and it affects your current relationships. Even if you don't have one right now, one that you may be on in the future, that can be while you're sitting here as the Two of Swords. I don't want to be with anybody. I want to stay alone, whatever, because of my last or my exes. Anytime you're still afraid to move on to the future because of a ex or exes, it's suppressed feelings and emotions that you're not dealing with, that you're not healing. Okay? Let's go on to um, our money here. Oop. Speaking of money, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Straight out the bat, with Saturn going retrograde, it probably will. Um, as a collective, it's going to be hard to continue a lineage unless you're already a millionaire, billionaire, or trillionaire. hmm Because money is very scarce for a lot of people, the majority of the collective, unless you already are in the 3-digit numbers, such as a salary or income. It may start to get even hard for those people because the majority of the money is going to corporates, is going overseas, is going toward things that are not necessarily for families. The Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so let's clarify this. Also, um, like the Saturn card is saying, it's going to be some restrictions. It can be on money. Um, I know, and I know a lot of other people that may have a lot of restrictions right now on things that they can do or participate or have when it comes to things for their family. Not being able to really buy the same amount of groceries that you've been able to buy, not being able to really put money away like maybe you used to. Um, Not making the same amount of money, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, as your salary per hour or salary per year. Um, Not being able to keep a lot of family commitments with the Saturn and the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse, because a lot of you could have maybe need to work more, to put in more hours, okay, or to obtain a second or third job, where the second or the third is doing side gigs like delivering food or um, being a driver for transportation, taking people from point A to point B. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, the responsibilities, right? The duties, um, a sense of achievement, and also structure. We have lately, with the abundance card here, a lot of families have lost homes, have lost income because of natural disasters, floods, volcanoes, tornadoes, and things like that, destroying the family, right? Also can be a loss of family. Um, so let's go ahead and clarify um, this card right here. This year was really about making the most of your money and income as you can. This was not really the year about love and relationships, but more people are trying to make it more about love and commitment, and this is not the year for that. This year was governed about your stableness and making the most money that you can, while the energy is about making money. And that's where a lot of people may be ignorant to the fact, and the word ignorant means not knowing, okay? Where that you have to go with the flow of the energy and also of the planets. And the energy or this year was about money and income. It wasn't about trying to make a relationship. That's next year. Okay? So the fox popped out in reverse. Um Something that was wrong previously is about to be righted. Okay. So if there were previous deceit, and I see that it was, that deceit is about to come to the surface here. Things that were trapped before, you will begin to release. Um, People and situations, or even if you were being sly and crafty, that also is about to change. I feel also with this new sense of accomplishment with the Saturn energy, they're going to make it with the abundance, the money card, where that people can't be sly and crafty um, with how they obtain their money, because everything now is about to go virtual in a sense. Okay. So they're already starting that by trying to eliminate cash. Some places around in Atlanta, they don't even accept cash no more. You can't even really take cash to the bank anymore. You can't withdraw cash hardly from some banks anymore. You have to set up an appointment if you need cash to go to the bank for them to have it delivered to the bank. Yes. Compromise, making changes. So you will, okay? You will start to make these change and compromise. You're probably already doing this as a member of the family or the head of the household, or two people may be in a household, okay, as the parents or governing, the household here. You're gonna have to compromise with each other if you're in a marriage or a relationship. um, this may come a little too early or too late for some people with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, that you're already separating and or divorcing. Okay, so if somebody here, as the other spouse, was trying to hide money from you, and they didn't want to compromise and was trying to hide money from court or the judge or the other lawyer, it's going to be found out. hmm Saturn is going to bring out that truth, because the word deceit is in reverse here. So somebody is going to want to compromise and want to make these changes with you. It also can be somebody here is wanting to create family and also marriage or union here. So this can be what Saturn is bringing up for some of you the next 5 months and beyond. Okay. Somebody that, maybe wasn't offering you that true commitment before, and they were being very deceitful, that is about to change. Okay. These other cards. And I just thought it was more better for me to just put some out, pick some out, and use these. rather than shuffling the whole deck. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So we got second house of Taurus, which is your which is a money house. Okay. Second house of Taurus is your checkings, your savings. It is what you value or believe in as an individual of a person. Things such as possessions, cars, houses, boats, multiple cars, furniture, whatever the case may be. Second house of Taurus is also not only our money and possessions and valuables, but it also is emotional security. Okay. Hey, Miss Linda. Second house of Taurus is home, but it's also is speech, um, what you eat, and how people see you. Okay. People don't see you by your sun sign. People see you as your rising or ascendant zodiac sign. So if you don't know that, then you can always download the Cosmic Insight app. I have it in my about section down at the bottom of the page. um, and you can also see what you would be in Vedic sidereal, not just Western. It's free. I'm not sponsored, but that is the best app to have for Jasti or Vedic sidereal. Okay. Not surprised to see the Two of Pentacles, which is money, to come out for a money house, second house of Taurus. You see it says owning. Owning, and then the money here. The coins. Coins. Okay, so yes, us as a collective, we will be juggling. That ain't nothing new. A lot of us are already doing that right now. We're going to be very busy. Like I said, the increase of duty and responsibilities, right? I already told you that. Working very hard or juggling very much to just simply achieve the simple things is gonna become even harder. Um, One of these pinnacles for some of you can be a restriction that you may end up dropping, and coming to integrate or blend with something new and or better. Okay. Mm, it's going to be a duty for a lot of you to keep juggling these Two of Pentacles. Can be along with everybody else, right? But like I said, again, it depends on where Saturn is and what house. So this also shows me that Saturn may be or land retrograde in some of y'all second house of Taurus. hmm So like I just said, it will be affecting your money. It will be affecting your values. Some of you may end up changing or having to change what you value, what you believe in, your belief system, and exchanging it out for something else. Some of you, while Saturn is going retrograde for the next 5 months, it can be also putting, not putting, but affecting your emotional stability. As you can see in the background here is water. You see those waves with the sailboats on them, or ships or vessels? Vessels, in other terms, is also you. Your body is a vessel, right? So this is what they call these ships back in the day, was actually vessels. Um, some of you also, I see, will have another child here. So if you got one, some of you, the next 5 months may be pregnant with a second child. Or within the next 2 years, you will have a second child. Now, that's for the people who want children and also can still be impregnated. Okay, if you know you can't get pregnant, then that is not for you. But this will cause emotional disturbance these next 5 months regarding your money. Okay, some of you can be losing one job and obtaining another one, or you already got two. And because of Saturn going retrograde, it means that some of you may have to do some type of other passive income. So we had the Wolverine. I'm not, when I say Wolverine, that's a beaver. Um, things working against you, but persistence pays off. Determined or determination, repetitiveness, that Two of Pentacles, because he's repetitive doing the Affinity 8 with these two pentacles. That's repetition. Yes. Making dreams real. But this card popped in reverse. So you're going to have to pay attention to things that has been working against you, which for some of you can be actual. The pentacles are time, money, and energy, right? So things that for some of you have been working against you is time, money, and energy. Now, we can't do anything about the time, but like I said, with the Saturn energy, it's about governing time and matter. Okay? You're going to have to be more efficient um, with the amount of time that you have, so you can journal it out. You can make a list. You can make a schedule for yourself and keep things in alignment. Okay? But your persistence will pay off. Um, but the repetitiveness needs to stop. So for some of you, if you're repetitively doing something, you're gonna have to exchange something out for something else. That also can be a relationship or a pattern, right? A pattern is reminding me of this Xfinity sign here. Now I do know one thing for the pressure for Saturn. And remember that the P words are a representation of Saturn. Um, Principles, the feeling of pressure, um, persistence, perseverance. Um, I had some other words. Um, Patience. hmm We all know Saturn is about patience because Saturn never denies, but it will deliver to you what is owed to you, but it just take a long time. Saturn wants to make sure, the energy of Saturn wants to make sure that you want what you want before it gives it to you, because Saturn is a longevity type of energy. Okay? Saturn is not like Jupiter. Jupiter will give you something for smiles and giggles and fun, but it ain't gonna last long. The Saturn energy is longevity, like a Ten of Pentacles longevity. Okay, so let's clarify this. It's time to make things real in your life. Okay, it's time to have this determination to finally put to use these two pentacles that you have been juggling back and forth, back and forth. It could have been the past 2 years, most likely. Whether that's a situation, you dating somebody and it ain't really went nowhere, the way that you spend money but you're not saving, um, putting something into your savings, okay? The way that you handle money, also. The way or what you spend a lot of time and interest and attention to, that's going to change. It's finally time to accomplish what you've been juggling. So those two popped out, which is honesty, the eyes of the soul, which is the owl, truth, and also divine connection, twin flame. Yeah, if you feel or know that you have a twin flame connection with somebody, that's totally the Xfinity. Each lifetime is the figure eight, juggling, right? Um, You're going to get the truth now. Saturn is going to bring up the truth to a lot of you about a divine connection. Is it fate? Is it fated? Um, a lot of things for twin flame connections have been working against you, but that is about to change. Um, Something here is about to pay off. One of you in this twin flame connection has been more determined spiritually as a sense of acknowledgement of it and about it. You can't necessarily do anything about it if the other half of you is not a willing participant, right? But something here that was repetitive is about to stop. The honesty is about to come forth. So actually, with this in second house, somebody is going to see you now as their twin flame. So I don't know if some of you had that question, um, but somebody will begin to see you in that light. And whatever that they have been very determined about before, they're going to become more honest with you, or definitely more honest within their self first. It can be before they say something to you about it. Some of you also can be fated where you run into your twin flame. I also see somebody here will, some of you will finally take possession of your twin flame or your other half. Also, the emotional connection between you and your twin flame will change here. Okay. Because there's always one person that acknowledge it and wants to seek more knowledge and understanding about it. And then it's always the other person that don't. Mhm. All right, let's find out what direction this retrograde energy of Saturn will be having in our life here. But two, like I said real quickly, um, the repetitiveness or repetitive action of what a lot of us with the Two of Pentacles with second house of Taurus have been doing, um, it may not pay off right now. It may begin to actually start to pay off when Saturn goes back direct or finally leaves Aquarius. Okay, this is why again I say you have to try to accomplish and be very determined to close out a cycle, because when Saturn finally leaves Aquarius and moves to the next one, it won't go back until 50 years. 50, 50. That's how important this transition is. Okay, so we will as a collective still would be able or have to continue to be the Two of Pentacles. Okay, indecisiveness, not quite sure. This is why we got the direction card the next up. But the repetitiveness of what we have been doing for so long wants to close out, but you have to be determined and to help it to close as a cycle and to take on something new. So it can be the way that you do things as a repetitive cycle, not trying or doing anything new. You know, it's okay to you that you continue to be in that type of cycle. That is what will need to change. Okay. Um, Also, like I already said, our money is about to change here with that Two of Pentacles to second house of Taurus. All right. So, now we got the Nine of Wands in reverse. Coming out of a stance of feeling hurt and wounded, some of you may actually get stuck or feel stuck in the mud. These are the footprints in the sand, I can say, because that is sand. I'm not quoting any particular literature. It's literally feet in the sand or feet prints, footprints. Um, but as you can see, though, you got several different footprints of animals or whatever the case may be in between the human footprints here that's walking beside your set of footprints. Um, and to me, that is like a notification or an epiphany that you're not the only one on this type of journey. Okay. We're all on the same but different aspects and different ways to our own particular journey. We all have been hurt and wounded and still have been going, but some people are still more stuck than others trying to understand what is the next direction in their life. Okay. And that is part of your sense of new duty or accomplishment, whether it's in career or the job genre that you're used to doing, whether it's about finding new or building new structures in your life, scared to take on new senses of responsibility and duty, um, hurt and wounded from things from the past, and not building or creating new boundaries, or how or learning how to do that. Coming also out of a sense of restriction. I don't know why I did that, but I wanted to see with the tarot, Seven of Cups. Yeah, like I just said, confusion. Okay. Of what direction or how do I start or where do I go in the next direction? All right, let's clarify. Yeah, the bridge. You see that about building, um it did fall in reverse. So this can be about or with somebody else about a breakdown of communication. Until you get it, till you have it, till you say it or hear it, then you will know for some of you on what direction to go or do next. So that can be from anybody, maybe a doctor, a lawyer, a mediator, a counselor, whatever the case may be. It also can be by people that govern over us, such as the judicial system or quote unquote the government. So, as a collective reading, we're left and stuck as the Seven of Cups here. We're kind of confused. It's like an illusion. Like, what do we do? What direction do we go in next? This card, the bridge, being in reverse, it's like we're not really getting all of the communication or information that we need and what to do and how to go about things next of what direction in our life. Um, us as a collective, we really need to unite. We need to connect. We need to integrate, to come together here, to overcome these barriers, um, share, harmonize, and compromise. Okay? This is what we need to do because all of us right now in this world, we're really hurt and wounded. Can, particularly, yes, through our income, through taxes, through our foods, through health or health care, anything, through our personal lives, love, relationships, marriages or divorces, different things in our personal life, but still as a collective, we're hurt and wounded and we're living in this sense of an illusion. I don't really have to explain that. I hope you know and understand that this whole world is an illusion. That's what it is. It's not a reality. And if you allow an illusion to keep hurt and wounding you, then you will never figure out and understand the direction of your own life or even what to do or how to go to get out of it. This is my hurt and wounded card, but you're still standing, okay? If you see the bandage on their head and around their arms and stuff like that, this is like a, and this is a different deck, but in the original Rider-Waite, this would be a knight, and they would have on armor, okay? So, in other words, we all are individual soldiers, right? We're fighting for our life, we're fighting for our family, we're fighting for society, can also be literal as a member of, the military. But this is usually a knight, a soldier. So, this is why I say hurt and wounded, but still being able to keep going, to stand up for yourself, because this is a nine. The Seven of Wands is guarded, being defenses, having your defense up or defense mechanism up, right? But even though you're hurt and wounded, you're all bandaged up, you still standing. You still trying to go forward. You still trying to make it. You still hanging in there, right? But you're hanging in there for things that are really an illusion. So understanding your direction in life is to stop that, to literally stop it, and to connect to things or situation and or other people that are not an illusion. Okay? The fast money, the fast cars, the mansions, and all that's gravy and everything. But all of that is an illusion. The only thing at the end of the day that you will have is your religion and spirituality. Because as an illusion, you can't take none of that stuff with you. So society or the world keeps putting these different illusions before you, commercials and social media and uh, jewelry, and spending a whole bunch of money on a name brand of a piece of clothing for you to wear so that you can outdo the next person. All of that stuff and it's an illusion. And a large portion of society stays or lives in the Seven of Cups. An illusion. They never connect to their own self. Some people can't live daily without having an illusion to look forward to. So until you overcome this barrier and connect to oneself, you will be lost. Okay? Because in other words, this sense of an illusion of this reality is breaking down. Okay? And a lot of us now are understanding as the Nine of Wands what we are now actually being hurt and wounded by, which is the wrong information or no communication. That the true thing that we're supposed to be doing is coming together, sharing, and uniting and integrating. But I tell you, at the very last minute, that's something that we may do as a collective, but it's not happening right now. Nobody wants to share. Nobody wants to compromise. Nobody wants to overcome barriers together as a collective all around the world. Nobody wants to integrate or come together. Addictions. Wow. That's a part of it, but I left it out. But I did say, in other sense, unhealthy attachment, illusions. Unhealthy attachments, whether it's to anything that is an addiction, social media, having third party situations, intimate affairs, um, street or pharmacal drugs, um, shopping is an addiction. All of that, like I was talking about, is illusions. Let's keep going. So this is what Saturn, like I said, we'll be breaking down the Seven of Cups. We'll be breaking down the illusions to you in your life and in your sense of reality and things that's particularly important to you. If you're feeling like a certain person or a relationship is unhealthy, and this is why you're continuing in this path, and you're kind of torn on what direction do I stay, do I go. For Saturn, for you going retrograde, the truth is going to come to the surface and you're going to start to realize. Okay, let's do Virgo analyzation. Now remember, Virgo sixth house is our work sector, 9 to 5 job, entrepreneurial, you know, which it's more than 9 to 5 or 8 hours. If you're entrepreneurial, that could be literally 24 hours a day. I mean, at some point in time, you can have your money work for you or your products or whatever, or your service work for you, but you still can be on call as an entrepreneurial. Okay. Um, at some point in time, you still have to put some work in. But also, Virgo sixth house is our health, it's our partnerships, whether they're private or relationships such as private relationships and or business partnerships. It is also, like I said, our health and delays. Okay. So we did get the Nine of Cups, which is good. So let's see. Ooh, player. Oh, it gave us two cards. Hold on. Social media popped back out. Wow. Okay, so we got player, being strategic, and keeping tabs, social media. So we're gonna have to analyze. Okay. Um, we're gonna have to analyze here on how to. Let me get this card, because being strategic as a player can be beneficial, right? Playing chess, not checkers, if it comes to your happiness here. Now, let me remind you of the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups, you don't have to get up off the seat here. Only when you feel that you're about to get a true Ace of Cups in your life to make it Ten of Cups will this person move. But other than that, you have gained or had some type of achievement, or you will, that will finally bring you to at least the Nine of Cups. And then you will have to be very strategic, okay? And keep tabs on the things that are currently making you happy, and also can be relationships or partnerships or the love relationship that you have right now. Is it a certain job or a career? Analyze it. Are you truly happy there? Are you ready to move on to something to bigger and better? Now is the time to be the chess and come off the checker player table. Okay. So social media can have a input on this. Oh wow. Okay. The ball and chain. So heaviness. Oh, we had addictions for the last card. Okay. Codependent, trap, emotional baggage, unhappily married. Somebody here is gonna be, or somebody already has been very strategic and analyzing their partner social media. hmm and they've been keeping tabs. Okay. So I don't know, for some of you, if you have been interacting with somebody that you do not know, and your spouse or somebody or lover may have a fake website or username, and you have been interacting with this person, but they're really your spouse. There have been being very strategic. about the conversation that you have been both having between each other, and somebody here is about to get caught. Now, on the flip side of that, somebody is feeling very trapped emotionally. And you will, with Saturn going retrograde, continue to analyze. Some of you could be a Virgo here. Um, you just feeling very trapped, emotionally trapped, and using social media as an outlet. Be very careful with that, okay? Because the whole internet is an illusion. It is. Um, Remember that people input information into the internet to keep it going. So make sure that you're fact checking also things at the best ability. It's always very good to continue to go and read a physical book from the library instead of always relying on social media and also the internet for things. Go search books way back into the early 1900s and further back as you can go for research. Don't always use social media or the internet for research and information. Okay? Now, somebody here is about to be very strategic going toward their wish fulfillment, which it seems like somebody here don't want to be committed anymore, whether it's to a job or career, a certain career, a marriage or a relationship. They just been playing along with the person or relationship until they can find a more strategic way to get out of it. Because it's a lot of emotional baggage and heaviness. This is also affecting somebody's health here. You could be gaining a lot of weight around your midsection. Some of you got hemorrhoids or constipation. Um, some of you also can be having knee pain. But I do see somebody here talking to somebody else over the internet. If you're in a, hey, that's probably half the world. Okay? That's probably half the world that people are talking to other people in other people's DMs. But it's here. So you're going to have to analyze if this is a commitment or you need to put up some boundaries here. Um, or this situation will be coming to a close with this cycle. Somebody here is very, very, very much codependent on being a player. Um, Whether it's emotional, intimately, or just staying in a marriage or a love relationship just because you feel like you're getting the nine of cups. But you just really, somebody here just really just being a player, staying in something as a codependent because that person provides you with material happiness so that you can keep up with social media. Now, that's probably the other half of the world, right? But I don't know. I see somebody spying on somebody here that's in a marriage and they have been analyzing things back and forth off of social media and they're ready to separate here. Okay. All right. We got those. So we got these left. Now, anything that I said will be a sense of a realization and closing up as a cycle. So don't be surprised the next 5 months these things start to close up on you or change. That's because Saturn is about to close it out. With that Nine of Cups, for example, some people or somebody here has been in something 9 months or longer, okay, probably even 9 weeks, um, that the other person been playing you or you been playing them. And Saturn don't like that. Saturn is about responsibility and duty. And if you're not going to be right about it, by about it right, Saturn is tired of it and Saturn will end it. I'm just letting you know early. It don't matter what it is, a job, a relationship, somebody that you're dating, regarding your own health, your responsibilities. Just like if you have a child's father that has not been taking care or helping to take care of a child for you, that's about to change. Wow, the Knight of Wands came back up. I'm going to go ahead and put these out early. Okay, at least we got something good here. Six of Wands to the 10th house of Capricorn. Remember that the 10th house of Capricorn is your career sector. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so Saturn is going to be bringing a lot of good energy when it comes to our job. Okay, so that's good. I also see that somebody here is going to reach out with a message because they are sorry that they missed the opportunity with you. Okay, you're gonna again get clarity about the things that you have not been doing, or a sense of achievement or trying to accomplish. You haven't been having any desire to do anything about it, and you don't know why. Okay, so the thunder coming ahead, the storm. Okay. Oh. Oof. Experience new things and reverse travel. Okay. So, oh man, the swan in reverse. That was the soulmate card. Okay, so that at least I did that. It made it a little quicker. Okay, so clarity, the crystal ball with the Knight of Wands in reverse. Again, Sag energy for me. Then we got the storm in reverse with turmoil coming ahead. So, like I said, some of you, and I said this when the Knight of Wands came out for, what card was that? It was up under Saturn, the Truth. Remember, that was the first card that we did. So, like I said, then the truth is going to come out, whether why some of you may have felt that you didn't want to pursue something. You felt maybe it was a lot of turmoil, or would be very hard to connect or keep trying to connect with a person, or to get into a relationship or keep a relationship going. Um, Maybe you didn't, or still waiting on the full clarity of that. Um, but Saturn, for some of you, going retrograde may actually bring this person or one of you together. Okay? For some people, you will be disconnecting because the soulmate card is in reverse. And the reason or the clarity behind, um, maybe some of you went through a mini storm or a huge storm with somebody. It's because that person wasn't your soulmate. They wasn't the one. Now, if this is the other person and why they didn't have perseverance or pursue this, they didn't have the clarity then, or wanted to know the clarity. Maybe they just had the desire to be in and out of your life, but that's not allowed with Saturn energy. It's not. Saturn is about holding on to something as a sense. You don't accomplish something or have an achievement for something that you don't want. Okay? That's not an achievement. Achievement, or to gain achievement or accomplishment, is to stick with it, get through it, get it done, and it becomes an achievement, or you accomplished it. That means that you went through everything to finally get it because that's what you desired, that's what you really wanted. Either somebody did that to you, or this is what is about to happen for you the next 5 months and beyond. And it can be if you will be separating from this person or situation, job, career, whatever it is. Um, it's because it wasn't a blooming love. It wasn't something that really you did desire or see yourself actually can continue to commit to in the future. Okay. So with the storm also in reverse, I feel that a lot of you will be having a new person coming in. Um, New things will come also into your life that you will begin to pursue and desire. Okay. Now, with the message here, somebody that has been not very honest with you, as the snake here, their message is to them. They may also say it to you. I don't like that the snake card is here. Because the person was being a snake to you. And Saturn will reveal this, or maybe it already has came out, or a sense of a revelation to you, an epiphany, an aha moment. But this person needs to shed that skin of being a snake, and they need to go back to um, like a rebirth. Because if you see the child here, you see it says innocent beginnings, brand new, spontaneous, carefree, tender, inexperienced. The person that you were dealing with was inexperienced to you and your transformation and or rebirth. They wasn't ready for you. Now, if you were another snake, oh, then yeah, y'all would have kept on, kept going. It would have been the right thing, and both of y'all would have slithered the way together. Okay, but because of your vibration and your frequency, this person as a snake, they have to shed that. hmm And this can be the message that either you will be receiving as wisdom and clarity, or either this is dawning on this other person now that they know who they are, they know what they're about, they also know their ways, okay? And they have to shape and shift differently in order to be in your life, or to continue to be in your life. This is why the Four of Cups is in reverse. They missed the opportunity the first time. But now, in order for them to understand it and to actually feel it, they have to they kind of have to be brand new, like a rebirth. Okay? So your person is going through a rebirth. They also could have been very childish. They could have also been very much younger than you, depending on the age. They could have been 5, 4, or 12 years younger for some of you, or vice versa. But I also see that this person was very spontaneous as being the snake. They were already ready to go with the flow with everybody. Okay, and that's something that was not supposed to be in your energy. They were too inexperienced for you. Now, for you again, your new message that Saturn will be bringing to the surface for you is to now shape and shift and to shed your old skin. It's time for a brand new you. Okay, so some of you will get into more spontaneous situations or ideas or outings. You will be getting a lot of messages the next 5 months for occasions or outings, or going out with people, gatherings and things like that. You will be attending new situations. So don't turn them down. It's time for you to shape and to shift into a more carefree you. Okay. Now, with 10th house of Capricorn here. Oh, and then some of you here, you're going to be coming out of this childish type of innuendo or ways, feelings and or emotions, or the way that you think or act. That also is going to be shaped and shifting. Because some of you be pouting when you don't get stuff that you want or things go your way. You tend to pout. You're about to come out of that. That cycle for you is about to close up. So some of you can be turning of age, which can be older. Some of you can be turning like um 45, 42, 47, 48, um 39, okay? 49. Some of you are becoming more of age, and somebody here still has childish ways or innuendos. That's going to be changing for you too, okay? Not here to insult. I'm just saying, if it's not you, it's not you. So we got Capricorn of 10th house with traveling in reverse, experience new things. Somebody here is going to accomplish some new things. Can be still hidden down inside of you that you didn't know that you had about yourself, which actually will make you a lot more successful. Um, some of you have been hiding your success actually, but you're about to elevate your education and or knowledge or your philosophy, and you're about to put it to use. Some of you may begin to travel the next couple of months. Can be a Leo, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Cancer, or Virgo. But the unknown is about to become known. You're about to integrate or come together and to break some type of restriction that has been in your life that has not been allowing you to be successful. Use your knowledge, okay? Use your intellect here. Um, some of you also may actually go to school, whether it's online or in person. If you're thinking about traveling for college or some type of knowledge out of town, um, some of you will stay local, some of you will end up actually traveling. But this is also a new discovery here. We are going to be successful in discovering a new hidden book. It's a book that is going to be revealed to us here. That we are more local than what we thought. So I don't know what this book of secrets is going to be, but it will be some type of philosophy of a book, a knowledge book or education book. Some type of book is going to be revealed here of who our successors are actually are. Saturn is going to bring this up to the surface. So stay on the lookout, in the I don't even know if the news is going to say anything, but however you do your research, it's going to come to the light. We're going to find some type of new, I don't know if it's going to be a scroll, an actual book. I don't know if it's going to be a tablet, but it's some type of ancient or old book that is going to be revealed here. And somebody actually is going to find it locally, and it's going to not only make them a huge success financially, but it's going to bring them a great sense of accomplishment and achievement. But I do see that it may be some restrictions on us finding out this book, or they already found it, but it's been restricted. But somehow it's going to be released. Somehow it's going to be released into the world. Um, about who actually is the successors or the victors of this land. It may also be released by somebody unknown, or they don't want the source to be known who released it or who discovered it, but it's going to tell a lot of hidden truths here. So just remember I said that for the next 5 months. Also, I'm hearing up until January. Um, it also may come out in Leo season, so that will be the middle of August into the middle of September. Yeah, but I do see some type of new knowledge, secret, or something. Something that has been a mystery is also about to be revealed. And this is what Saturn goes retrograde does. It probably has been a secret for the past 10 to 20 years or longer. Or if we don't reveal it now, it won't be revealed until another 50 years. Like I said, Saturn, when it finally moves to the next zodiac sign and leaves Aquarius, it won't go back until 50 years, right? So it will stay hidden again another 50 years. So, but I think it's been hidden longer than that. But Saturn retrograde is going to bring it out. So, like I said, it's some type of ancient book, scroll, tablet, markings, a secret passage, city, or some type of knowledge. So it can be alphabet, scripture, or some type of information. Okay. All right. I think we only got two cards left, and then I can let y'all go. I didn't really know how to do this. I should have did it my old regular way, but I at least try to do. So we got 6th house of Virgo and guidance. Saturn. The World card in reverse. Now notice y'all see me shuffle. Now I've never showed the bottom of the deck through all those shuffles until the end. And we end up with the World card in reverse. Which is again closing up or completion of a cycle. The World card in reverse. So we got the Venus or Empress in reverse. And the Five of Pentacles. A lot of us are going to be feeling a sense of left out, okay, when it comes to guidance. It's up to each individual person to want to know spiritually or religiously whatever they believe or do or practice, um, to accept guidance, to work on their own guidance, to be knowledgeable, um, to be open to understand, to receive downloads, whatever the case may be. Yep, inspiration. Okay, Venus. Taurus, that's too much. Like I've been saying, responsibilities. Single parent. Falling on a reverse empress. Can be. And that can be literal. Okay. Um, Empresses in the upright usually are people who are in unions. Supposed to be married, but also can be in a relationship. Okay. Or living with somebody. But for a lot of you that are single parents, as an Empress energy here with Saturn or the World card in reverse, you, of course, may have been a single parent for a very long time. That cycle is about to close up for you. That routine of being a single parent for some of you, also handling all those responsibilities for yourself, that's about to change because you're tired. Empress card in reverse. Um, you're lacking the energy. You're feeling very lethargic. You're not feeling very prosperous or abundant. Um, you could or may need to work a little bit more on your nurturing and caring and your empathic skills right now. But I really feel it's because of all the responsibilities as being a single parent. For some people here is wearing very hard on you, especially in your health sector. Remember, sixth house of Virgo is 9 to 5 job, the way that we lose money. Um, it's the amount of work and service that we get or receive or what we also put out. It is our health and it's also delays. First of all, Virgo six houses also can be routine. So a lot of single parents does have or try to keep a routine, right? Because it helps with the level or different responsibilities that they have to do and or accomplish. I hate to say it, the single parents, your responsibilities are going to increase for a while here. Okay. Um, it can be for the next 5 months or so, but I do feel it's going to be a change in your life for the better. Especially when, yeah, this is not the card I was shuffling for, but the snowflake came in reverse, which is no, you're not perfect. You can work on being more precise. Um, trying to find the right design for yourself and your children or your family. Um, becoming a little bit more tougher because the word fragile is in reverse. I don't feel that nobody has to handle you carefully, but you're about to get a new code or a download, okay? That pattern or routine here is about to change. So let me get a good shuffle in. Maybe they wanted that card for you, but a child. Hold on. The child card. Beginning, innocent, brand new, creativity, spontaneous, carefree, inexperienced, and tender. This is the same card, but the other card had a little boy on it. This card had a little girl. So some of you, and what is this in here? That's a little girl in her hands, I believe. It can be a little boy, but they're backwards, so we can't really tell. But some of you, this can be pertaining to a daughter. Somebody here may want another child. But if you're a single parent, it can be unexpected pregnancy with the Empress card in reverse. Um, but it also can be an accomplishment that you want to make sure that you achieve for your daughter. Okay. I don't know. Some of you with a reverse Empress, you may have some problems with a child or a daughter right now as a single parent. That can be a lot of people around the world. But something here is going to be achieved. It can be a reconciliation of a mother and a daughter here. Um, trying to keep your commitments to your daughter or to your child or children as having so many responsibilities that Saturn got placed as pressure on you right now. Um, but that pattern is about to change. That routine is about to change. Also, try to do something spontaneous with your child or children, or especially just with your daughter. But I do see a brand new relationship happening for somebody here as an empress that has a daughter or daughters. You could have two daughters or unexpected having a third. Okay. Yes, we all are inexperienced when it comes to raising children, because they don't come with manuals. Okay. It's all through the goddess energy of intuition and connecting to Mother Gaia, um, as downloads, right? Yes, we used to watch our grandparents or, aunties or aunties, or cousins or whoever, right? When we were little and watched them take care of other children. But again, that's only like from tradition or things that was passed down to us, that this is the sense of responsibility and this is what you do. But necessarily a manual, they didn't come with booklets, so we had to figure this out. So a reverse empress can be, some of you are still struggling. Some of you can be an empress in the making, which means that you can be a young mother here. And you have a lot of responsibilities as being a single parent. Trying to get yourself into a routine will help you also. But I do see Empress in reverse. Some of you needs a medical checkup. Okay. So some type of health issue for some of you, or learning that you're pregnant for some of you. It may be something that Saturn brings to the surface the next 5 months. I do see somebody here also may need to make better of their time here when it comes to responsibility. So making a schedule, getting the child or children on some type of schedule will also help to free up time for you. That will be less stressful. You're able to do self-care. Um, because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be around for your children or child or your daughter. Also, build some boundaries up for some of you, when it comes to mother and daughter, especially if you're a young parent. Well, it can be older too, but it needs some more boundaries set here. hmm I do see, though, a new relationship building with your daughter. This is also somebody that is a daughter that is about to become a parent. So some of you may have a adolescent or teenage daughter, um, that will be finding out they're pregnant here. Oh, geez. That's a cycle we totally need to stop, which is young pregnancies. So now we have the Five of Pentacles to guidance, inspiration, and then the stepping stone. The process of arrival, baby steps, progress, how to keep it going, step by step, and a way out. So, yes, trying to find our way out the process of arrival that we'll be having, okay, due to our guidance and keeping the harmony, changing the harmony, frequency, and vibration, and also keeping the sense of inspiration. Um, we're all in a Five of Pentacles right now. Until the society or till the financial structure and or government change, we're all like this. Five of Pentacles. But something is in the process of arrival here. It will be baby steps, but we're all going to have progress, bringing us out of the Five of Pentacles, feeling and being out, left out in the cold. So some type of guidance is coming. That's good. So it also can be some type of check or allowance that will be given to us, um, that that would help start the progress here. Because Five of Pentacles is a sense of codependency, uh, but it also can be maybe on aid, financial aid, some type of food or housing assistance, application for something, but something is in the process of arriving. So if you have been guided to apply for some type of application for assistance, Do it. Okay? Do it. Now, vibration and frequency is very important, right? Make sure you're listening though to the right corrections of frequency and vibration, because music will change your inspiration. So you want to change it for the better, not for the darker. So pay attention to what you're listening to. Um, but I do see somebody here, the way that you left the relationship and you left them feeling like a Five of Pentacles energy, they're wanting or being guided to um, step by step make their way back to you. Okay? Because they want to have or give. It's kind of like they want to make up with you. Okay, so let me see. Oh, Lord. Well, like I said, they do want to end it the way that it was, and um, they may feel that you're not going to give them a second chance, but they're going to try anyway. And if I'm glad that this came out like this, because if we don't get this new sense of arrival or have progress, there is no second chances here when it comes to us as a collective, as a Five of Pentacles, being and staying financially challenged, which is not being able to get above our means. Right now, we're at and below our means financially, food, shelter, whatever the case may be. So we need some type of new inspiration. It's coming. It's in the process, okay? It's going to be baby steps, but we will all have progress. And right now, we're just trying to figure out how to keep on going. So also listen to your own guidance, epiphanies, aha moments. Be open with your crown chakra for downloads, for guidance on step by step on how to try to make it out a particular situation. But most of it is going to be financial. Okay. Okay, the last two clarifiers. I want to see what it is. See, I told you, call hearing from them. And legal matters dispute came in reverse. So, like I was saying, I told you was gonna. Somebody didn't want to feel like this anymore. Call hearing from them. Okay, they're gonna hope that you would allow them to fix this or balance this out. Now, again, the government, right? The scales, legal matters. We're gonna hear about legal matters. Um, we're not gonna give somebody a second chance. That's done and over with. So we will have some slight new inspiration, but they also is gonna have to. They're gonna start out with baby steps, but they're gonna bring us out with progression. So that's good. And y'all already know who I'm talking about. So somebody's not gonna get a second chance. Um, Legal matters is gonna take a while to be disputed or put the scales back into balance. Can also be by Libra season. And for me, that will be the middle of October. What is going on in October? Saturn will still be retrograde, of course. Okay. So I don't have anything yet to will be going on as far as October. Let me see the front. Okay. We got an eclipse. We got an eclipse in Virgo. So a lot of information that will be coming out in October. October is going to overwhelm us. Okay, and we're as a collective is going to be very undecided, but just know the guidance is coming to bring us into a better progression. Okay, if this is about a love relationship for you or somebody that you cut off and you're not giving them a second chance, um, some of you will be open to the fact October. Okay? So don't say you won't until October gets here. So that's y'all reading for today. Thank y'all so much for putting up with the long reading. You can always still go and watch the unfinished business reading. It's going to be up under my live section. It's not as long as this one. So see what I said for that day. And it's still regarding Saturn going retrograde. I put it out about 2 or 3 weeks ago. But make sure you go and watch that. It will probably give you some extra information, okay? Thank y'all, and I'll see you in the next one.